Red Bull storm of words, how a single comment unleashed a dark wave over Formula One. In a sport where milliseconds define victory and one radio message can ignite a firestorm, the 2025 Qatar Grand Prix has birthed one of Formula One's most unsettling controversies, a swirling tempest of accusation, online fury, and the haunting question of responsibility. It began with a moment so ordinary it should have dissolved into the desert air, a minor slide from Kimi Antonelli at turn 9, a routine error allowing Lando Norris to sweep past. Nothing unusual. Nothing controversial. Nothing but racing. But in the shadows of the paddock, perception twisted into something more sinister. Moments after the overtake, Max Verstappen's renowned engineer, Gianpiero Lambiase, hinted over team radio that Antonelli had deliberately yielded, a suggestion that crackled through the broadcasts like an electric shock. Though Lambiase later apologized directly to Mercedes boss Toto Wolff, the spark had already caught. Then Helmut Marko poured fuel onto the flame. Speaking to the media, the Red Bull advisor suggested the maneuver was intentional, despite footage showing otherwise. And with those words, sharp, careless, and completely unfounded, a storm erupted. By nightfall, the young Mercedes prodigy found himself at the center of a digital hurricane, more than 1,100 abusive messages, venomous accusations, and even death threats. The frenzy was so ferocious that Antonelli silently changed his profile picture, a small, heartbreaking signal that the harassment had pierced through the armored driver's work so hard to build. Only then did Marko step back. Reviewing the images for the second time, I can say that this is a mistake, he admitted. I'm sorry that Antonelli received criticism online. For clarity, he didn't voluntarily let Norris pass. But apologies rarely erase what has already spread like wildfire. Former world champion Damon Hill took to social media, his disbelief echoing across the grid. Well, I think we can rule out alcohol, he said, his words a sharp indictment of the absurdity of Marko's claim. Inside Mercedes, fury and concern collided. The team is now considering filing an official complaint with the FIA under the United Against Online Abuse initiative, marking a rare and serious escalation for an incident born not on track, but through careless commentary. The controversy leaves Formula One staring into an uncomfortable mirror. In a world where every phrase is amplified, every slip dissected, and every opinion weaponized, what responsibility do influential figures bear? How many storms begin not with malicious intent, but with a flippant remark thrown into the global arena? Red Bull may have accepted Marko's apology. Fans may soon move on. But for Kimi Antonelli, and for a sport that prides itself on precision, the damage lingers like a shadow over the floodlights of Lusail. One comment created this chaos. The question now is, who will stop the next one?